Welcome back, guys. This is a past paper question from IGCSE Cambridge International on capital and revenue expenditure and disposal and depreciation of non-current assets. Let's solve the question. Ravi is a retailer of furniture. Complete the table using tick to indicate how each item would be classified. Now they are asking whether these items are capital receipts or revenue receipt, capital expenditure or revenue expenditure. Well, capital expenditure is money spent in purchase of non-current asset or improving it, or could be any legal cost or initial delivery cost or installation. Revenue expenditure is day-to-day expenses like wages, salary, electricity bill. Whereas the opposite, revenue receipt, when you sell any goods and receive money or rent received like this. Capital received is when you sell any non-current asset and receive money. If these sentences you can understand well, and this tick would be very nice and interesting. The first one is done for us. Rent received, yes, it is a revenue receipt. Proceed from sale of non-current sale of vehicle, doesn't it? It's a non-current asset, capital receipt. Purchase of goods for resale is money going down. It's an expenditure, but it's for goods resale, revenue expenditure, resale. Discount allowed, expenditure, it's a revenue. Did I say the other one capital expenditure? No, it's not. A revenue expenditure, goods resale you purchased, and discount allowed is also a revenue expenditure. Discount received, money in, it's a revenue receipt. Legal fees, we said at the beginning, it is going to be your capital expenditure. Okay, moving on to the next question, which is for non-current asset and depreciation. Okay, question number 5. First one is being asked, non-current asset depreciation or variety reason, including they give us one reason, wear and tear, and state 3 other reasons why assets depreciate. A very easy one, you can write passage of time, because over the time it becomes older. Number 2, you can say obsolescence, isn't it? Yeah, which is basically out of date. Another one I like is depletion. D-P-L-E-T-I-O-N. I hope this is the correct spelling. You please check the spelling when you write. Depletion means when your asset goes down, and a good example could be coal mine. The mine was full of coal when you bought the mine 2 years before, but over the 2 years the coal you extracted, half of the mine is empty now. This is your depletion. Now moving to our main question, disposal. And wherever disposal, you will expect to draw 3 accounts always. One is asset account itself, one is at the bottom, I can tell you, provision for depreciation account or accumulated depreciation also known as. Another one is disposal account, out of 18 marks question. But this particular question is a month by month. They told you, I'll show you, and it's slightly complicated. Have a look. On 1st January 2011, Yusuf bought 3 machines costing 9,000 each. Did you see 9,000 each? So 3 times by 9. Did I say 9 times by 3? Same thing, 9 times by 3, 27. Okay, by check, so your bank going down. They were expected to have a useful life of 4 years and a resale value of 1,000 each. Okay, and it's a straight line basis of depreciation. So how do you do? Let's erase all these items and rewrite it. It said 1,000 scrap value. So our formula is cost, if you remember, cost minus scrap value over number of years. So 9,000 minus 1,000 over 4 years, it gives us a figure of 2,000 depre for each assets, and we have 3 assets multiplied by 3. 6,000 is depre per year. Straight line remains straight, it's not reducing balance. Okay, moving on. Have a look on 1st July 2012. Wait a minute. You started 2000, you bought it 2011 1st January. So from 1st January till 31st December, one accounting period. It was held in the business, and even till 30th June, some assets you held in the business, but after that you sold one machine. Yeah, not all of it. This time you did not sell all of the assets, and you received money. This is the money you received, but how much was the assets worth that you sold? That was the 9,000. The assets we sold. Okay, so prepare the following ledger accounts for December 2011 and December 2012 and balance it down. So to balance CDVD, let's start with the easy stuff. Asset account, it's a debit account, so plus on the debit side and minus on the credit side. You bought 3 assets. Let's write it down all together. 1st Jan 2011, you call it bank. Why? Because your asset debit and bank are going to be credit. You write the opposite account's name. 9 times by 3, and the answer is 27,000. Money gone out. 2011. But did you not sell some of the asset, one of the assets, on 1st of July 2012? You did. 2012 1st July. By writing on the credit side, you're making your assets down. You call it disposal, and you sold one of the assets, so 9,000 gone down. And that's it for your asset account. No more information. We'll do balance CDVD. We found the debit side is bigger, 27,000. Writing the other side, 27,000. Take away 9,000. My calculator says it's 18,000 is your balance CD for 31st December 2012, which becomes your balance BD 2013 1st of January, 18,000. That's your 4 marks. That was easy stuff, not much complicated. We'll move to our second bit, which is provision for depreciation of this machinery account. Well, this is a T account and it's a credit account. All provisions are credit. So if you want to make it up on your credit side, make it down on your debit side. In this particular question, you did not have, it's a dollar signs, any balance BD. So all of the depreciation we charge into the income statement, which was held in 2011 31st December, and we calculated it's 6,000. Just showing you where did we calculate. There we go, the 6,000 depreciation for the 3 assets. That's for 2000 and year ending 2011. But 2012, okay, rather going to 2012, let's do the balancing, which is balance CDBD. I can see credit side is bigger to 6,000. All of it becomes your balance CD for 2011 31st December. Balance CD, which becomes your balance BD in 2012 1st of Jan. You call it balance BD 6,000. But look at this, the month by month where they told us. If you read down over here, the straight line basis, the time the asset used in the business, that's the depreciation should be charged. The time the asset. This means month by month basis. Month by month basis. So every month's depreciation you got to do. First year we have taken whole years because those assets held in the business for whole years. That's why that's the 6,000 depreciation have charged. But the 2012 2 assets, let's give them name A plus B, held in the business for whole year, and each asset's depreciation is 2,000. We said, have a look, doesn't it? Yeah, it is 2,000 because 9 minus 1 over 4, 2,000. So 2,000 each asset's depreciation to 2 assets depreciation, which is, we said A and B, should be 2,000 times by 2, which is 4,000. But the asset which sold A, C, held in the business, It is also 2,000, but it is held in the business for 6 months, doesn't it? Why? Because we sold that particular asset on 1st of July. For any figure, we'll calculate on that for profit or loss, but for the time being, we sold. The asset was held in the business for 6 months. So 2,000 divided by 12 times by 6, if you do, you get 1,000. All of these goes into the income statement as an expense. All of these means this 5,000. And that's the information on your credit side. But wait a minute, the asset C, you sold it. If you dispose the asset, the depreciation should be disposed. You call it disposal on the debit side. You're making it down. Disposal. And how much is the figure? Last year, the asset's depreciation was 2,000 and this year it's 1,000. Yeah, because it is held in the business for 18 months. First year, the whole asset held for the whole year, and the second year, it was held for 6 months. So 2 plus 1, 3,000 depreciation should be taken away from the provision for depreciation account. Then you got to do the balance CDPT. That's why this question was slightly challenging. If you add this 6, 4, 10 plus 1, 11,000 is the biggest side. You're writing both sides. Take away this 3,000. You're left with 8,000. That should be your balance CD for 2012 31st December, which becomes your balance BD for 2013 1st of January. BD 8,000. That was your provision for depreciation account. Now, the disposal account is a profit or loss account. If you remember our tiny working for that, cost minus provision for depre. You're supposed to get cost. Let's keep writing the figures. Cost was 9,000, wasn't it? Yeah. Provision for depre of this particular asset was 3,000. So if you deduct provision for depre, you get 6, doesn't it? Just calculating over my calculator, it is 6,000. You get net book value. How much you sold it for? Did you sell higher than 6 or lower than 6? You sold at figure of 5,800, lower than 600 by 6,000 by 200. So that's clearly loss. You got to write it down. You can call it sale proceed, or you can call it bank because you're receiving money by check. So 5,000 to 800. Sorry, it's a 200 loss. $200 loss, not 2,000. Come on. Okay, so how do you show this information in a T account? Dollar signs both sides. Disposal, is it a machine or vehicle? Just checking. Yeah, it is a machine account. So you, on the debit side, you call it machine. 9,000. Take away provision for depreciation. 3,000, doesn't it? Yep. Then sale proceed or credit side, which was 5,800. So you look for the balancing figure, which side is bigger. Your debit side is bigger, 9,000. 9,000. We know the balancing figure is going to be 200. So from this 9,000, you take away this to 200. Is your loss? It goes into the income statement, profit loss statement, as a loss.